The people that co-signed the Diplomats' success more than anybody out of New York was Master P and was Baby. And that's why I didn't want to even be a part of it.
Yeah.
Master P came to Harlem.
Yeah.
First of all, Master P cleared the Bout It record, bro.
Yeah.
Not only cleared the Bout It record for us to put this on the Diplomat Immunity album, came to Harlem and shot the video with us, bro.
Yeah.
This Master P, when he on top of the world, who came from New Orleans or what, California.
He said he was worth like 100 million, right? At
400 million.
400,
at the time. But you think about it, we in the city with a bunch of legends. This man came from New Orleans when he's worth 400 million, came and shot a video and cleared the record, and came to Harlem to shoot the video.
Everybody always talks about Dipset's Harlem swagger, the pink fits, the attitude, but listen to this. The real story is the strategy that helped them make serious money far beyond New York City. Let's keep it real for a second. Whenever people break down hip-hop business moves, the conversation usually circles back to the big record labels. They talk about giant marketing budgets and the machine behind the scenes. They talk about radio spins and industry connections pushing records to the top. But Cameron recently revealed a completely different side of how the Diplomats actually built their empire. And according to him, it wasn't just New York City carrying this momentum. Cam explained that the crew had to figure out a lot of the strategy on their own, choosing singles, pushing records, and even battling just to get their music played. Nothing about their rise was simply handed to them. But hold up, because the real twist in this story is discovering who actually helped turn Dipset into a national movement. Now I'm about to play this clip for y'all, but before we jump into that, make sure you hit the like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. All right, let's get into it.
I'm not backtracking. We didn't get nobody on our to help us out at the label. We had to, and no disrespect, Dame was there pushing everything else. I'm talking about as far as Jay-Z, and like I said, Jay-Z didn't sign us, so it wasn't necessarily his business. But we had to figure out our singles. We had to figure out exactly what the songs were gonna be. We had to steal Old Boy from Just Blaze. We had to go to Kaiser's office to be like,
grit.
Play Hey Ma. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't have the luxury of, not saying we didn't have label support, which we did, but we had to navigate ourselves out, talking about as far as the Diplomats, and not necessarily have the artists or anybody else give us that push. Later on we did records, absolutely, but not out the jump. But I said all that to say this. Damn, she had a fatty.
I don't see how you could focus with this right here, man. It's a flash like it's Mardi Gras. But go ahead.
Yeah, but I say all that to say this, is that it's two things. To me, the people that co-signed the Diplomat success more than anybody out of New York was Master P and was Baby. And that's why I didn't want to even be a part of it.
Yeah.
Master P came to Harlem.
Yeah.
First of all, Master P cleared the Bout It record, bro.
Yeah.
Not only cleared the Bout It record for us to put this on the Diplomat Immunity album, came to Harlem and shot the video with us, bro.
Yeah.
This Master P, when he on top of the world, who came from New Orleans or what, California.
He said he was worth like 100 million, right? At
400 million.
400,
at the time. But you think about it, we in the city with a bunch of legends. This man came from New Orleans when he's worth 400 million, came and shot a video and cleared the record, and came to Harlem to shoot the video. So that helped the Diplomats grow in the South and the Midwest and all these other places. Then you had Baby come on Hot 97, and they was interviewing him. This when Cash Money was the hottest, and they was like, who you like right now? He like, man, I like that Diplomat thing, man, Cam and them doing, man, that Diplomat thing, I like them. I remember us listening to radio, we couldn't be like, oh,
yeah, that's
Baby
fire.
Gave us a shout out,
That's
oh,
fire.
This is crazy, da 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 da. Then he came to the studio after Old Boy came out 5-6 months later, and he jumped on the Old Boy remix. And this Stunner, you know what I'm saying, at the time, even though Diplomats was moving, but we like, yo, Stunner come to New York and us. So that versus, I was like, I'm not gonna be there because I love both of them. Even though me and Stunner got a brotherly relationship, as Slim knows, is like my brothers. Master P, we good. Every time I see him, I gotta, not saying better, me and Stunner talk more, I should say that.
Right.
But just with both of them, did for the Diplomat movement, I can't be there because I love both their music. Stunner and Slim, they're my brothers. Master P came to Harlem and shot a video. Both these niggas co-signed the Diplomats when other niggas wouldn't. From New Orleans, come to New York and show love. I got much love for No Limit and Cash Money, and I can't say thank you enough to Stunner, Slim, and Master P for co-signing us and their contribution to the game. So I just wanted to, put that out there.
Yeah, Baby even showed love to me. And I was so chickenhead about it. I'm not the type that just be like, yo, let me get a photo or let me get proof that you but I tweeted what he told me and he retweeted it. So I was like, all right, that's my last chickenhead moment. I ain't gonna tell nobody else. But yeah, Baby showed love, man.
Both of them.
And Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne never denied a record. He always did it.
Yeah.
Much respect to him.
The real takeaway from this story is pretty straightforward. The music industry is way bigger than just the city you come from. When you really listen to what Cameron is explaining here, you start to realize this isn't only a Diplomat story. It's actually a blueprint for how artists turn local hype into serious money. Plenty of crews get huge inside their hometown, but only a few manage to flip that momentum into a national wave that brings in millions. Dipset figured something important out very early. They realized hip-hop runs on relationships, not just label contracts, not just radio play either. Real connections with people who already hold influence in the industry. And that's exactly why cosigns can matter so much. Inside the music business, touring and expanding into new regions often bring in more long-term money than album sales alone. That's why artists who break outside their home turf are usually the ones who build the biggest careers. And that's what makes this story so interesting. It shows how respect across different regions can turn a movement into a real business. In fact, Cam has spoken openly about this before when discussing Dipset's early run. He admitted straight up that he never felt like Dipset controlled New York the same way the Lox did. The Lox always had that deep street respect locked in throughout the city. That was their foundation, and everybody knew it. Dipset's situation played out a little differently though. Cam explained that a lot of their early momentum actually came from outside New York first. They were hitting markets in the Midwest, they were building crowds in the South, and they were connecting with fans in other regions that were embracing the music heavily. Those markets were buying tickets, supporting the movement, and pushing Dipset forward while New York was still deciding how it felt about them. So let me ask you this. Do you think Cameron and Dipset would have reached that same level without the early cosigns from Master P and Birdman? And looking back now, do you think the support from Cash Money Records and No Limit Records helped turn Dipset into one of the most influential crews in hip-hop history? Drop your thoughts down below in the comments section, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Peace.